Good evening. The first results from the world's largest clinical trial into treatments for patients with Covid-19 are expected by the end of June, according to the Oxford team leading it. Nearly 10,000 patients across more than 170 hospitals in the UK have volunteered for the recovery trial, which is studying the effectiveness of several existing medicines. It's now been extended to all patients, including children and babies. Catherine Da Costa reports.
In mid-March, after a week of struggling with fever and flu-like symptoms, Tim Claydon from Oxford took a turn for the worse and was rushed into hospital overnight.
By that stage, my breathing was really difficult and every breath was deep, deep pain. It wasn't a sore throat, it was a deep pain.
Tim spent 4 days on a COVID ward and says at times he wasn't sure if he'd pull through.
I felt really, really ill, couldn't breathe. And it suddenly came to me that this is how you die. There's no drama, there's no big deal about it. You just stop, because that's how bad it felt. And you're no longer in control of your body, you can't breathe.
There are no proven treatments for Covid-19. Researchers want to find out whether existing medicines could help tackle the disease and reduce the number of deaths, something Tim wanted to be part of.
If I can do my little bit to help make life better for somebody else, hopefully I'm going to benefit out of it as well. But that wasn't the prime reason. This was more about contributing to the research effort.
We're testing several treatments suggested by the expert panel that advises the Chief Medical Officer in England.
In just 9 days, a team at Oxford University got their trial off the ground. And in 7 weeks, hospitals like the John Radcliffe have enrolled nearly 10,000 patients, including children and pregnant women.
It's very easy and the trial is very simple, and we are really grateful for all the patients that take part in the trials because they help us developing evidence to inform future treatments.
Those who volunteer are given one of 5 existing drugs used for conditions including HIV and malaria. A 6th treatment, convalescent plasma, which contains antibodies from recovered patients, is expected to be added in the next couple of weeks.
First thing to say is we're not expecting a single magic bullet. But we are hoping for a series of drugs which might make modest differences, but by goodness, really important differences. If I had to predict, I think that perhaps the first results might come out towards the back end of June. But a lot does depend on whether the epidemic fades a little over the coming weeks, which of course we all hope, and also whether recruitment to the trial continues to be as impressive as it has been over the last month or so.
Experts think a second wave is possible at some point later this year. The results of this trial will help future patients battling Covid-19. Catherine Da Costa, BBC South Today.